Welcome, Manisha.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. Very, very good morning to all of you. And again, we are back with new beginning, new morning, fresh morning. And we all know that today is the festival in India. That's Raksha Bandhan. So I hope that everyone will enjoy with their families. And this will bring a lot of happiness and joy in their families. Okay. So let's start
Happy Raksha
with
Bandhan.
thank you so much and to everyone. And so I would like to start today's topic. We all know already. However, let's start discussing it, which is the most important factor in our life, that is managing time. So we all have, 140 minutes in a day, and we all have same kind of time. It's 24 hours. So it all depends upon that we all have, I mean, the gift of wisdom and now how we are managing our time for each and every activity in life. So basically, we always say whenever we talk that time is everything, time is money. That's a very old saying that time is money. In fact, if something is not happening good in somebody's life, we say that don't worry, time will heal everything. So I would just like to quote one thing here before I go deeper into this topic. I remember I heard one story that Akbar called Birbal in his kingdom and asked that, say one thing where I will feel good in bad times and bad in good times. So Birbal, you know that he was a very wise or mindful person in his kingdom. So he said that in Hindi, I would say, ये वक्त भी गुजर जाएगा. तो यदि आप इसे हिंदी में अगर आप देखें और दुख के समय आप पढ़ेंगे इसे तो दुख भी बीत जाएगा और सुख के समय पढ़ेंगे तो सुख भी बीत जाएगा. So the entire life all depends upon time. And in fact, if I'll go a little spiritual, however, in spirituality, there is no time and space. However, in this 3D world where we all are living, which is known as third dimensional world, and as a normal human being, for the entire day, we need to manage our time so that we can manage our relationships, we can manage our health, we can manage our wealth, and overall can balance our life. This is managing time. So let's start discussing today more on time management. We all are uh, finding different ways to manage it. Many times we caught up with a lot of things, therefore, it's very difficult. However, nowadays, there are many things in technology which has made it little better. All right, so as per time, we are in 21st century, and let's discuss it more in detail. This is an official, we could say that it's a definition. Time management is the process of planning and controlling how much time to spend, sorry, on a specific activity. It all depends upon us. That basically managing means what? What I always have experienced, managing time means managing your mind. Mind management is time management. So, how we are managing our mind, how we are managing our time is a process. It's a process of planning and controlling how much time to spend on specific activities. So, why do we need time management? The first thing is to wait to save time, to reduce stress, which is very important nowadays, and to function effectively so that whatever we want to achieve or whatever we have planned in our life, we can achieve it effectively, to increase our work output, to have more control over job responsibilities. And honestly, as I said, that bad time management is stress. It is not but bad mind management. So if we are not controlling our mind, if you're not managing our mind, we are not managing time. If you're managing our mind very nicely, effectively, with the help of any of the, activities like, exercise or writing, these are some of the activities through which we can actually manage our time to express our emotions and to manage our emotions because our mind is also either it's intellectual or it's emotional. So when we are managing our mind, we are managing our time. Okay, so let's understand this. How to manage time instead of time managing us. These are some of the things which I have written here. It is applicable not only for any of the corporates or any working criteria, it's applicable for everyone in their lives. Either that person is a student, that person is a housewife, that person is an employee, that person is a businessman, any kind of what we can say uh, profession or even personal, even in the entire day. These are some of the identified time wasters. So it's very difficult, not difficult, I would say, sorry. It's very important to identify time wasters so that we can manage or we can plan time accordingly. These are the major ones: procrastination, meetings, multitasking is also a time waster. Many times we are unable to focus on one task at a time. And fourth is a bigger one, huge. Huge means huge. Email and social media. I always say that uh, what I think is time is now managing by the biggest demon or devil, that is internet. So as per astrologically, also, if I will say that it's been now, I mean, now this is the world of, you know, uh, Rahu. This is the world of Rahu. It means that it is being managed by most of the time we are managing our time. I mean, or investing, not investing, I would say wasting our time on social media. And the fifth is lack of delegation. We want to become superhuman, but we don't want to delegate our work to others. So these are some of the time wasters. So identify your time wasters. As I said, that keep a time log, analyze your time log, learn to say no, which is very important, and avoid multitasking. And the most important is prioritize your task. But before prioritizing your task, this is very important. So we will talk about how to prioritize your time and how to manage it. So the first step I would say is goal settings. I have observed this in my life also. Whenever you have any specific goal, either it's financial goal, either it's health goal, either it's personal goal, either it's spiritual goal, we never waste time if we are really sincere about it. And if we are making our goals in this manner, this is the formula, which is known as SMART: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. So I'll just give example how to make goals. It's a very small example. I mean, uh, how to make the goals specifically. For example, I'm just giving my example that if I want to plan, I am planning to go to America in 2026 in the month of December. So 2026 is nothing but time that I have decided to achieve my goal at specific time. And specific is nothing but that I want to reach to a specific country, specific place. So what is decided? S is specific and T is time. These two things are fixed. However, What is measurable? So in 2026, how much money do I require to go to America? So track your progress and reevaluate along the way. Maybe today I don't have that much money, but till 2026, I have to plan my activities accordingly so that I can collect that much of money. Maybe it requires more than 25 lakhs. Attainable. So set realistic goals which can be achieved. It should not be unrealistic. It should not be that I want to go on Chandrayaan 4. So this is realistic, or we can say that attainable goal that in 2026, I will be going to America. Measurable is how much amount. Yes, it's attainable because it's not something which people are not doing it nowadays. Everyone is going out of country for vacation, maybe for work. It should be relevant. So relevant for my goal, it is relevant that it is my dream. For someone, it can be relevant if it is related to fitness goal. Maybe it is related to their career goal. So the first thing to manage time is to be very, very focused and to to make goal. So how to prioritize your task. So first we have made the goal. Then second is how to prioritize the task. This is the common method, but I have a lot of methods to discuss today. And I have humble request if somebody can take paper and pen and then, can make their goals and make their time management according to the methods which I will go through it today. So first is to make a goal. Second is to prioritize the task. List your task, whatever task you have, rank them, prioritize as per your requirement. Create a schedule to tackle important tasks. We know that how much time we require. For example, if somebody is cooking, that person knows that how much time it requires to cook. If somebody is going to drop a child to a school, that parent know that how much time it will take to go and to come back. So create a schedule. Maybe that if you are watching a television, create a schedule to tackle important tasks. Do the highest priority one first. So many times, even we get the calls or anything like, we get distracted and then we leave our work in between. So therefore, it's important to prioritize and to do the highest priority ones first. Don't multitask. Set realistic goals. It should not be so dreamy that you are dreaming all the time. That one day, it's very good to dream, I would say. In fact, to dream high, not to dream low. But then, dreaming is not the solution, only solution. It is actually just to make yourself comfortable. But we really need to prioritize tasks and to come out of our comfort zone. Then make adjustments if needed. Many times it happens that as per the situation, sometimes the priority changes. So we should be little flexible to change the priorities. So there are some of the methods, and you can relate these methods as per your work or as per your personal life. So this is um I'm sorry, decision metrics. This is really nice. You can divide your work or you can divide your time management as per this metrics. So you can divide that which is more urgent, which is not urgent, which is not very important. You can actually divide your time accordingly. For example, like if it is very urgent, I mean, you need to do that work right now, do it right now. Tasks with clear deadlines and consequences for not completing, inevitable. So you have to do it today, right now. If it is urgent, means you have to. Like you can see that it is important and not important. It is divided like this. So the first is urgent, not urgent. Okay, you can schedule, if it is not urgent, you can schedule the task for long-term goals. that requires strategy thinking and no set deadline. At the moment, you don't have to do anything, but then you need time. You need to think, you need to strategize. That can be scheduled later. All right. So if it there is okay. If it is not so important work, delegate tasks that need to get done but don't require your specific skill set. And delete tasks that distract you from your goals and add no measurable values, which is very important. Very, very important. These are known as time wasters. So you can see that I have divided it into two different categories: important and not important, urgent and not urgent. So this is the method in which uh, way you can actually design your plan a day, or even if you're an employer or employer, you can use this method. The second is there is a beautiful book that is known as Eat That Frog. However, this is just a small slide to explain that. There is a author which is known as Brian Tracy. He's really wonderful in trainings. He really writes a lot of books. And now he has given another method which is known as Eat Your Frog first. So Eat Your Frog is all about, for example, first is again, I would say, identify your most important deep work task of the day that can be get done in 1 to 4 hours. You just check which are the tasks, make a to-do list, which is more important. And then eat your frog first. Focus all your attention on your frog as your first task of the day. For example, if your mornings are very important, your first task is to get into to do exercise. Anyone calls or doesn't call, doesn't matter. I want to spend time with myself in the morning means I want to spend. This is my first task of the day. So focus all your attention on your frog as your first task of the day. No emails, no checkings, no meetings, no excuses to yourself. I apologize to say we have a lot of what we can say excuses to give to ourselves for not to manage time. So the first is identify, second is focus, the third is reap the benefits. You accomplish goals by completing tasks successfully, and because you are free of distractions, take advantage of your most efficient working hours. Even I have seen that whenever we actually complete any short term goal or even short task, we feel very confident. जो हम ये बोलते हैं आत्मसम्मान, आपकी बड़ी चीजों तक पहुंचने के लिए छोटी छोटी चीजें करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. That's why it's very important to focus at one thing at a time. Fine, might be the requirement is multitasking, but I also believe on one thing at a time. So this is another method. Third method is ABCDE method. You can also divide or prioritize your task in this method. Extremely important. Important. Regular task, someone else can do it, not worth doing. If the audience here who are listening, they can also think immediately right now. If you have, I mean, you all have already started a day, so you can prioritize in this manner. Might be today someone has to go for Rakhi, might be someone has to go for shopping, might be someone has to go for what we can say that some other work. You can prioritize your work as per the ABCDE method. So extremely important. A, B is important. C is regular task. D is someone else can do it. And E is not worth doing. These are some of the uh, methods. I am going through more methods now. This is known as Pomodoro technique. And how it works. This is one of the authors created by Francisco Cirillo. See, these are the techniques which can be used as per your profession or as per your personal life. So this is something we call each interval as a Pomodoro method. So it's a technique to set your goals and achieve them. How it works? Determine which task you want to accomplish. Again, prioritize. Make a list. Set a timer for 25 minutes. Start a timer and concentrate on one task until the time rings. Take a 5 minutes break, go for a jog, have a coffee, or do something else and not which is not related to your work. Then again set it for another 25 minutes and focus on another specific task. Repeat the process 4 times. And fifth time you start the process, you can take longer breaks of 20, 30 minutes between each Pomodoro. This is really effective. People who are unable to focus on longer things, if they are making any short term goals, this technique will definitely work for them. So, this is another technique. This is time blocking technique. As I said in the starting, every day we get 24 hours, 1440 minutes, 86,400 minutes seconds. Sorry. Now, how you're utilizing it, it all depends upon your mind management, that is time management. So this is time blocking method, which is involves planning. So how it works, what I feel is I'm still more comfortable with pen and paper. So you can use these technologies and techniques with the help of pen and paper. So on a paper, write down blocks of each time for each hour of the day. Your time blocks can any amount of time you choose. For example, each time block can be divided into 30 or it can be 1 hour. It's up to you. You can make block one, block two, block three, block four like this. Estimate how much time you're going to take complete task. In every block, you can write your task names. For example, block one, exercise. It takes 30 minutes. Block two, maybe I'll go for shower. It will take 15 minutes. Block three. So for 1 hour or 30 minutes, at least you can make some one, two, three, four, five, six blocks and divide those blocks into timings. And in this way, you can plan your entire day. So estimate how much time you're going to complete each task and enter the task names into blocks. So you can divide your entire day into 30 minutes time blocks. It all depends upon you if you're comfortable for 30 minutes time blocks or 1 hour time. It all depends upon. It actually stops a lot of delay. This was another time management skill. Another is focus on a vision. We all have visions, whatever we want to achieve for long term goals. This time management system involves writing down your task you need to accomplish in the week. All right, this time management system involves writing down the tasks you need to accomplish in this week. Then chunk and group your tasks together based on uh, commonalities. For example, group items that are personal, group career related, etc. Create your own rapid planning method. So you can take one long sheet, make it into 3 columns, and write these 3 things. The first is task. The second is result you want to accomplish that task and what is the purpose. Because the honestly speaking, mind management or time management all depends upon your focus or goals. If you have clear and crystal goals, then only these methods will work. Because if you do not know the purpose of our work, what is the end result? Why are we doing that work? When do we want to achieve? Then these methods will not work. So create your own rapid planning method and into 3 columns. Take a sheet and make it into 3 columns. In the first column is task. The second is the result you want to accomplish from the task. And the third is what is the purpose. And then list the actions you can take to accomplish this task. Honestly speaking, we have two kind of minds, subconscious and conscious. The subconscious mind needs a lot of writing work. Even for time management, also, it requires a lot of writing work. So another method is 80-20 Pareto analysis. How it works: list some of your issues or problems you have to address. Because a lot of people are there in this world, they only talk about problems, not about solutions. People who procrastinate and people who have excuses, they will always and always and always talk about problems. And people who have solutions, they will always and always talk about problem solutions. So this 80-20 rule also works. List some of the issues or problems you have to address. Determine the root cause of it. For example, if there is any conflict at home or any problem that's going on, just there are maybe one issue, second issue, third issue, so you can list out and then determine what is the root cause of these issues. So assign a score to each issue based on the importance. The more important thing would have a higher score. So you need to again prioritize, group similar tasks and problems together based on the root cause. Maybe that health issue and financial issues are correlated, or maybe the financial issues and relationship issues are correlated. So you need to identify the group similar task and problem together based on the root cause. What is the root cause of it? Add up the score for each group, and the group with the highest score is the issue that you should tackle first. This is little. I would not say complicated. It's like more technical. It is more applicable in the corporates. So even if you want to do it at home, you can. Scoring is something, if you want to do it in the morning or at night before you go off to sleep, it's very important. So managing your time, the first thing I would say is goal setting, and that goal setting also depends upon the discipline, how you are living your life. Night and morning is really, really important if we really want to manage our mind or manage our time. So I would like to say some of the time wasting codes also are there. So these are time wasting, that how we are wasting our time. It's all about wasting codes. Time has a way of getting away from us because we never have a grip on it during the day. Therefore, we have learned a lot of methods. Learn to use 10 minutes intelligently. It will pay you huge dividends. We always say that life is short. It means we do not have much time to waste. Lost time is never found again. Don't mistake moment for achievement. It's easy to get faked out by being busy. The question is, busy doing what? ये आजकल का बड़ा कॉमन सा एक छोटा सा बच्चे से लेके बड़े तक सब यही बोलते हैं, हम बहुत बिजी हैं, हम बहुत बिजी हैं. That's the patent dialogue which we all have. But where you are busy, it's very important to identify. So I appreciate that for many people, some of the improved time management skills which we have practiced may seem impractical, but you would be surprised at just how readily people will accept your working method and respect your time. Maybe some of the methods are not applicable, which we have discussed. Maybe some of the methods are applicable for your daily life, because those I have just discussed the common methods. However, this time management training is really, more activity based. More students are there, or maybe some housewives are there. Depends upon their, the nature of work. So this is something which is about the time management for employees. However, it is also applicable for everyone. So I've just mentioned this is for employees who all are working. Again, I would say this was my when I was working in ICICI, this was my daily routine. Create your to-do list. It clears your mind and makes sure you don't forget. Second is use checklist. You need to do complete a specific task as we are making our goals. Third is declutter your desk. Nothing which can be distract you. Fourth is declutter your computer. If you're sitting on the computer and there are few things which is not uh, relevant, please release that. Fifth is focus on the task in hand. Concentrate on completing one task at a time. Plan tomorrow's task today. Allocate time slots. Eliminate online time stealers. Eliminate interruptions and phone calls. It's really important for basically for employees. So there are many time wasters and eaters nowadays. So this is something use of technology. You can also use technologies like use of watches. We all have, smartwatch or alarm systems, where we can actually manage our time. Use of calendars, the Google Calendar, where we can actually book our time slots. Use of apps. If you will go to Play Store or you will find that there are many apps which are available. You can use those apps for your division of time, managing your time. As we all are connected right now through Zoom, so this is also use of MS Teams, Zoom, etc. for meetings. So now technology has also made it very easy, I would say. Use of tablets because uh, you know uh, after Corona, I think the digital technology it's been on the top. So this is the quote which I want to say at the end. Your future is created by what you do today, not tomorrow. हमने हिंदी में कहावत कई बार सुनी होगी कि कल पर मत टालो, not tomorrow. It's all about today. So, in fact, I would also say that I'm actually a fan of Lord Shiva, and as I stay here in MP, so in Madhya Pradesh, the Lord Shiva has one temple which is known as Mahakal. So Mahakal is known as Kal is known as time. So he is the time manager. He's infinite. However, we cannot rely everything or we cannot throw everything on him, but he is the creator. So he really manages the time of your life and my life. But use wisely your time every minute in a day. Thank you so much for this. So I would like to uh, ask and I would like to, uh, you know, everyone to participate and to give their inputs on time management or if they want to say anything related to this.
As a laughter yoga teacher, newly certified laughter yoga teacher and trainer for Mavin, I was certified by the Johor Happy Joys Club in Kluang. I believe that time is very precious and it's very difficult when your time goes haywire. But that, like I said, the mind is everything. So we need to focus on the mind and do not do not try to get people to rush you, and just be happy and just flow with life. Thank you. Flow with life with
Correct.
smile and laughter, and your time will be managed. Thank you.
Absolutely. I think better what I'm saying from the beginning is all about that you're managing your mind, and managing mind is managing time.
Yes.
Yes, Banaji, you were adding something.
Yeah, I think I can't agree to that more because when you are mentally sorted out, I think you can be more productive. You can do far many things in the same time, same 1 hour. Versus if you're mentally disturbed, then even if you have so many hours, you can't produce much of result, despite all the schedule as well. So that can happen.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah. So time management is mind management. I totally agree to that. But of course, apart from that, these techniques also help. Like when your mind is sorted out and you are doing quite a few things, then the methods that you have mentioned, they are quite useful. Yeah.
Right. These methods are really, I mean, it's a really extensive training, because in trainings also we actually tell the participants to take a pen and paper and to write down and to do some activities of time management.
Yeah.
And these methods really helps. The first thing, even when I was going to my office, I was really making my list. This is not only about to see that. I mean, कई लोग ये वो करते हैं कि लिस्ट बना तो लेते हैं, लेकिन वो टास्क दूसरे दिन पे टाल देते हैं, क्योंकि वो टाइम को मैनेज नहीं कर, बिकॉज दे डोंट हैव एनी मेथड, दे डोंट हैव एनी सेट गोल्स. तो ऐसी तरीके से हमारा प्रोकास्टिनेशन होता चला जाता है, और जो भी हमने लाइफ में सोचा वो होता है वो हम पूरा नहीं कर पाते.
Yes.
So it's very important to prioritize. Yeah.
Yes. And seeing it getting complete as well. So, like, prioritize not just in doing, but also in terms of completing the task. Yeah.
As you have also, I mean, when we come for the sessions here, we have time from 8 to 8:45. Otherwise, we can speak for the entire day.
Yes.
That is also set time.
Yes. That's true. I think setting the time somehow makes you to do things as well.
Correct. Correct. It's important. Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
And honestly, setting and then to take action, setting and then again to take action. There are many people who are just daydreamers, and they think Hare Haj ho jayega, but not taking any action. So if it is the problem of focus, then we can make at least short goals. For example, I have, after this session, I have planned for the next 2 hours. That's it. After 2 hours, I do not know. But at this point, I'm telling you, next 2 hours are set. In fact, I have set today's entire day yesterday. Last night, I have set everything. That first I have to come to the session, then what I have to do this. And I was observing also, am I doing it rightly? Am I doing it correctly? Because many times our time get wasted because of distractions. Because in this era, we have 100 distractions. If you'll go out of country, even people are working, I mean, at home also. But here we have the lot of facilities and still we have a lot of distractions. If you'll go out of India, even if anyone has gone, even Rajvan is already out of India. So a lot of people are doing their work by their own. But here we need helpers. We need a lot of comfort. And still we are not able to manage that.
Yeah. That relates to the mental orientation, because somehow we have, here we believe. Because what I have observed is like our life is organized that way also here. Like the activities that you do here, you can't necessarily do when you are outside. So life is sorted there in terms of all. Here, life is organized in terms of relationships. So the dynamics is quite different actually. Because
Correct.
I personally went there, I realized I cannot do or have everything which I used to do in India. So I had to organize my life differently, for which was more focused on work. So, and definitely you are much more productive that way.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah. So
Even I think, even I understand that we sometimes have to pamper ourselves. For example, if there was yesterday, it was Sunday. So we need to pamper ourselves. Sometimes, become very relaxed. That there is no harm in it. In fact, it rejuvenates you. It prepares you to again prepare for the next day or for the next task. However, uh, that is something fine. But then if it is happening daily, then there is a problem. So organizing yourself, making goals, prioritize is really important.
yes.
And what I really like is, for example, I have one of my friends is a corporate trainer and he stays in Hyderabad alone. And his father is in another city and he takes care of his own thing. He makes food, he prepares everything, he goes to office, he comes back. Again, on Saturday and Sunday, he takes a lot of projects because he has a goal in mind that in 1 year, I want to earn 1 crore. So he has made his vision board and he has, I mean, he has his vision board in front of his eyes. And daily, he actually observe that 1 crore I want to earn at the end of the day. Sorry, at the end of the year. So I have to take at least 100 trainings, 20 trainings in a year, and he manages his time accordingly.
Yeah.
So even at night also, when I call him at 9:30, he straight away says, "You have 30 minutes to talk because 10 o'clock I'll be off to sleep because I need to get up at 4." And he is staying alone and he is using multiple technologies. Either it's air purifier, or you can say that microwave or smartwatch or calendar or laptop or anything, alarm, or he's also using this. We all have this, weighing machine at home. So for everything, he has some technology. So he's using the technology very wisely.
Awesome. Yeah, these days we have the access to technology, which is quite good in many ways.
Yeah. So, absolutely. Vasanji and Shamji wants to add something. And I think that time management is really, really important at this at the age of when a child is, I mean, when somebody's into teenage, and that is the time where the student mostly focuses on, how to design their future, how to crack the interviews, what subject they have to take in the college, how they are managing their time with their friends, because that is the time where it shapes their future. That is the real time where they really need to understand the importance.
But I think it's
Student time is the,
important in every age
yes,
because the
yeah,
goals changes at every age. So
correct.
that's true.
It's just that we have so much of energy in that stage, so much of energy that at least we can fulfill the dreams. However, every person can. In fact, McDonald's and KFC, they all have started after 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
There is no age or there is no set rule. But
Yeah.
yes, I mean, on the basis of energy, I would say that
No,
focus
but
is
then it's more
really
important,
high
no?
when they're just,
Manisha ji, it's more important to manage time and energy when we have less versus when we have overflowing. Then we can do whatever at any time. But as we have, with age, you can see so many things. So your, perspective expands. Then you have
correct,
so much richer ideas. So I think that is the time when you have to even more be wise with your time, and because you can do it. Because children
correct.
cannot be aware in that sense. But the nature of awareness difference. They are aware differently.
Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm. But it was really a wonderful talk. Thank you so much, Manisha.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you,
We'll
Rajni.
meet again soon. All
Yes,
right.
definitely. We look forward to it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Take
Yeah.
care.